Hello and welcome to Spotlight on Southbridge. This show is designed to introduce to you our local business community, all different types of businesses, from retail to manufacturing. The town of Southbridge really wants to highlight the great businesses we have in town. Obviously, it's the business community that creates jobs for everyone. It also provides a lot of tax base to the town of Southbridge. The more that businesses grow, the lower taxes it is on the rest of us. I'm Angelo, I'm your town manager, and I'm very proud today to have one of our longtime business people who has really committed his community to be on his show. I have Pete Canoyer, who's with Big Bunny. I think everybody in town knows Big Bunny. But welcome to the show, Pete.
Thank you, Ron. Glad to be here.
You know, Pete, it's great, and I want to first start off by thanking you on behalf of the town for your commitment to Southbridge. And I know you're one of those guys we can count on for all kinds of things. You know, I know that different charity organizations have come to you. You're part of the Southbridge Business Partnership. So Pete, I want to ask you, I see this great commitment from you, not just to run your business, but to be part of the town. Tell me why it's important to you to be bigger than just your business. Why are you so involved in town stuff?
Well, I think it's somewhat obvious that, you know, 80% of our customers come from Southbridge. So we have to give back. And that was a philosophy that was perpetuated by my father-in-law and his two brothers who started the business. It was give back and it'll come back to you tenfold. So we essentially never say no. All you'd have to do is ask, not for everything, but we help out wherever we can. If we can possibly help, we'll help out. I'm born and raised in Southbridge, and this is my town.
There you go, my town. I like to hear that, my town.
It's my town, and you know, it really hurts when I read things in the paper that are negative, and I know that's everywhere. But when it's here, I take it personally.
You know, we made a big effort in trying to improve the reputation of the town and highlighting the positive things. Newspapers they always show the negative. It sells newspaper, and it's up to us to promote the town. So it's great that people like you are out there promoting the benefits and the positive things going in the community.
Right.
Hey, Pete, how long has your family had this business? I know it's a long time when it's in town. Do you remember when it started?
Well, well over 60 years.
Wow.
And it was started by three Palmerino brothers on Pleasant Street. Actually, the parking lot, which is behind Fins and Tails restaurant, was the original location. One of the brothers, when he was discharged from the military, felt that he wanted to start a business, and he searched for one and found one there and started it. My father-in-law, Henry Palmerino, worked the business during the day, and the other two brothers worked the business at night. It was called Palmerino Brothers at the time. Moved up the street eventually, and then moved to its present location. And when it moved to its present location, which is a little strange to conceive today, but that was on the outskirts of town. And there were 5 supermarkets in the center of town. So they felt in order to get people to go to the outskirts, they needed to have a gimmicky way of doing that. And so they came up with the idea of calling it Big Bunny, thinking that the kids might want to go, and the kids couldn't go themselves, so they would ask their parents to go to the store. You know, I'm not sure that concept works today, but we still have a bunny on the roof.
There you go.
We still dress him up for Christmas, and currently has a Gronk jersey on him.
It's all about having a little bit of fun in this world, too,
right?
You know?
Right. Yep.
Hey, you know, Pete, I've been in your store numerous times, and I guess I think of it as a supermarket. Is that what you are? Or you're a small supermarket?
Yeah, it's a supermarket. We're approximately 30,000 square feet, where today's supermarket, you know, somewhere between 60 and 90,000 square feet. But, you know, what we hear from people is that the 30,000 square foot store, ours, is easier to shop. And, of course, we can't have everything, but you can get everything that you need.
It seems like a pretty good selection to me, and I know that I've gotten meats from there a number of times, steaks and stuff. What I like about the store is the prices are reasonable.
Right.
You know, I don't see the high prices there. I see you know, a good quality product for a good price. I don't see real high-end expensive stuff. I see that the kind of pricing and the kind of product that the average family would like. Is that a good description?
It is, and you know, that's who our shopper is. And you know, another thing my father-in-law used to say was, you know, how we decide what we sell is what people buy. So through experience, you know what levels that you can go to, both price-wise and product-wise. There's no sense of carrying product that's not going to sell.
You know, stores are always trying to highlight to get you into the store, and one of the things they use is some type of sale. Do you guys have regular sales, or do you have everyday low pricing? How do you attract customers to your store, and is there a certain day that people might find better values? I remember, you know, as soon as the Sunday flyer comes out, people come flying. Do you have that, or are you pretty much?
No, yes, we have a weekly flyer, which goes out, and our ad starts on Friday, goes Friday through Thursday. Paper flyer that gets mailed out and is inserted in the paper. We also have what we call Wacky Wednesday specials, or we call it Wabbit Wednesday.
Wabbit Wednesday.
Wabbit Wednesday specials, which is a really super specials. It's just a handful of items, but people really do look for it, and they do come in for it.
Now, your supermarket is, you know, to me, it's a comfortable thing. What I kind of like about it, frankly, it's easier for me to find stuff. It seems to be pretty well organized. And I really like the young kids at the counters. I mean, I see a lot of, and frankly, it's true with all supermarkets, I see a lot of young people involved in cashiering and stuff. But your staff seems very friendly to me. Tell me a little bit about your staff and the type of people you have.
Well, we traditionally, hire part-timers, student employees, young mothers, people who are flexible. We have approximately 42 full-timers between two stores. We have another store in Southbridge, small store, but most of our employees are part-timers. And, you know, in this day and age, you know, they're happy to work. They're happy to have a job. They don't give up their job too easily, assuming they do the right job. And they're just happy people.
You know, it's great. There's a lot of young people, frankly, college students, people that are, you know, just getting out of high school area, who need that part-time money to kind of survive. And you see that kind of person at your store, that person who's trying to first gain some business experience and also be able to make some side money off it. It's often not somebody who's trying to live on that money, although there's some occasions of that. It's the person who gets their first kind of foot in the door of how to learn how to work, how to learn how to be organized, how to show up on time, and listen to what the boss says. It's a valuable experience in developing your future career.
Well, we've had so many. Actually, at one point we took a survey, and we've employed almost 4,000 people over our history. And the young people, the ones who make the best employees are those who have had jobs at home. They've cleaned the house or mowed the lawn or done various chores. They just understand that dynamic. And when they come to us and we interview them, that's one of the questions we ask is, where have you worked before and what have you done before? And of course, if a student employee normally will say, well, this is my first job. And we say, no, you must have done something. You mow the lawn or had a paper route or whatever. And those who have generally turn out to be the best employees.
You know, Pete, your store is very well known in town, but there's still a lot of people, I'm sure, that don't get it. You said, I think, 80% of your customers come from Southbridge. Right. I imagine you're pretty close to the Southbridge line, so you must get people from Southbridge as well. Charlton, what is sort of the base of operations for you guys? What's your market?
Well, it's Southbridge, obviously, as you just said, but we reach out to Woodstock, Connecticut, Dudley. I spoke to a gentleman today. He was from Webster, who had a question. Certainly Southbridge and Charlton. And we've had customers. We had a steady customer who came to us from Ware, Massachusetts. Wow. She's since passed on. But the people who come to us and feel as though they're treated specially, which we try to do. That's our niche. We have to. That's how we keep our customers.
So I see the wide variety of products. Do you think you have is there something you're most proud of? In other words, your selection of meats or the wide variety of canned goods. What would you say is your forte?
Well, groceries are groceries, but the perishables certainly are the items. Meat has always been a big thing with us, and produce as well. My son and I buy the produce at the Chelsea market. We go there a couple times a week, and deli's always popular. We have boar's head meat now, and that there's an attraction there. Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm surprised because when I go to the store, I've seen you there a number of times, and usually I don't see the owners of the stores right there. And I know you have two different places. You have another place in Sturbridge. But how often are you in that particular facility, Big Bunny? Because it seems to me you're there quite a bit.
Big Bunny, every day, literally.
So that's your main store. That's your kind of main base of the one you run mostly.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And just, even though it's not in my home, our town here, tell me your other store, because I actually go there a lot too.
Yeah.
So.
The other store is McNuck's Fresh Marketplace in Fiskdale. And we opened that in 2001. It's a much smaller store. It's only 6,000 square feet.
Yeah, but the parking lot's always full, so you can't get in it.
Full. Yeah,
it's a great store.
It's a great location, and a lot of people love it. The help there, you know, they get to know the customers even, you know, more intimately than we do at Big Bunny, and they just love it.
Now, is it me, or is the product maybe a little step up, a little bit higher price there than a Big Bunny? Because I think the meats there seem to be a little bit more expensive, but a little bit higher grade. So it's a different market. Are you
you know,
cost a little higher there?
No, well, the things that are priced higher is because of the handling, the extra handling. You know, it's a smaller store. They draw off of our inventory to a large degree. Okay. So it's essentially the same product, even the meats. So anything that they do get delivered, because it's generally small quantities, so there's a higher price to it. So the retails are slightly higher, but not dramatically higher.
Okay. I know that you're part of what's called the Southbridge Business Partnership, and that's an organization that we created here in town, working with the business community, and now it's kind of its own functional nonprofit organization. And it's trying to promote business here in town. Tell me why you decided to be part of the Southbridge Business Partnership, and how do you see that as a benefit to the community?
Well, you know, there's all sorts of benefits associated with organizing. The Southbridge Business Partnership was begun when Rosemary Scrivens, the Economic Development Director, actually came around to the store and asked me my thoughts about reviving the downtown partnership. And although we were a member of the downtown partnership and we paid our dues every year, we really didn't participate, and essentially the focus was on the downtown area. So I told her that, and I said, you know, I'm not interested. What I'd be interested in is something that was wider and involved the entire town. And as a result of, I don't think I was the only one with that opinion, but I shared that opinion with her. And as a result of that, she held an organizational meeting, and it became the Southbridge Business Partnership. And at this point, we have somewhere around 55 businesses who are members of this group.
When I first came here, me and Rosemary spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to make this organization work and stuff. And you're right, our economic development director, Rosemary Scrivens, is a huge asset to the business community. She's on the basement, in the bottom floor of Town Hall. So if you're a business leader out there, or if you're a business trying to start up, or you're a business that needs help, please reach out to Rosemary Scrivens in our economic development department downstairs. I think, as you found, she's a great asset. Now, he was kind of hesitant of joining, but who's the president of the Southbridge Business Partnership at the moment? There you go. It's funny, you know, and I'm not surprised at all, Pete, because you are always engaged in community things. So it was nice to see you become president. It needs good leadership. You obviously are a successful businessman here in town. Otherwise, you wouldn't have two, you know, very popular and very, I hope, very profitable stores.
Sure, sure.
Yeah. So what else would you want to tell me about Big Bunny? I mean, why should people come to Big Bunny? They didn't go to these flipping at these big, you know, chain supermarkets, but why would they come to Big Bunny?
Well, you know, one of the things that we can do that chains can't do is we can turn on a dime. We can have a sale for a day. We can change our ad in midstream. We have all the services that a chain would have. We're just in a smaller physical space. Right. We actually, and I should mention this because it's kind of a big deal, we're going paperless as of January 1st, so our flyer will not be mailed out or inserted as it has been literally for years. It's a big change, but if you're aware of what's going on around the area, around the state, around the country, going paperless is the
So how would a resident or anybody else get tied into that that electronic mailing list, essentially.
They would have to provide an email address, or just simply access our website, on which you can create your own shopping list.
BigBunny.com. What's the website address?
Yeah, it's BigBunny.com.
Everything is like easy. BigBunny.com.
Yep.
Please see BigBunny.com. You can sign in using your email into his list, and then you will get all the electronic flyers about the sales and things that are going on. So, I think we know, obviously we know, where is Big Bunny? I know that, and we kind of assume everybody that's going to watch the show knows where they are.
Well,
give me the physical address of Big Bunny.
It's 942 Main Street.
942
Formerly known as 942 West Main Street, which is a little easier for some people to
almost right across from, I think it's the Polish American Club.
Right across from the Polish Club.
Yeah, so if you're coming down from Sturbridge for that, what route number is that?
131.
131, as you're coming down from Sturbridge to 131, you'll see on your left-hand side a shopping plaza, and the highlight of that shopping plaza is Big Bunny Supermarket, and they're set well there. And I even know they have farmers markets on occasion out in front of it at different times.
All through the summer. Correct.
All through the summer. So it's a great little plaza, and it's great to go in there. And again, if you're looking for good quality prices for a good quality product, you'll find that at Big Bunny. I think it really gives the citizen what they need. And it's not a showy place. It's not the blue, all fancy lights and all that stuff. But it's you get what you pay for, and that's a good thing. You know what I mean? You're not being overcharged, is what I guess I'm getting at.
Right.
Pete, it's great to have you on this show. I happen to think Southbridge is a wonderful town, and we're seeing all kinds of positive things happen. I know that we're looking at Wells Street School. We're looking at turning that into a 55 and older complex. We're looking at adult daycare down there. Your competition down near the Big Y. We're seeing a lot of really good progress, and that's because there's business people in town taking leadership roles and getting excited about the town. And you're one of those people. Your coordination with all the other businesses, your networking, not only does it help you, but it helps them.
Sure.
Right? So that you were saying the most important thing about being engaged is you become part of a network, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And do you feel that network helps you?
Oh, absolutely. I just through the business partnership, which meets monthly at different partner locations, just going into other businesses that, they're literally on Main Street. Yep. Village Photo being an example. I've been by it many times. I've used Judy's services many times, but actually not ever been in there. It was quite interesting. Another one was the Optical Museum. One of our first partner meetings was held at the Optical Museum, and I was blown away by the museum itself, which is, and otherwise I probably
would not. A lot of people don't even
have,
know we have a museum in town. It's an optical museum,
Yeah.
And they do a great job in keeping the history of our community.
Absolutely, yep.
I want to highlight a little bit about that. The Southbridge Business Partnership, I think it's $100 to join it. It's not a lot of money. And you get some advertising space right on their website so people know who you are.
Right.
As you said, they have regular meetings to network, to get to talk to each other as business leaders. So if you're an up-and-coming business, it introduces you to all the top leaders of the different companies in town, the different retailers in town. And you'd be surprised how that networking helps you. So please give some consideration of joining that organization. And if I want to join the Southbridge Business Partnership, do I reach out to you?
You can do it through the website.
Southbridge Business Partnership?
sbpartnership.org.
sbpartnership.org is the place to sign up. Again, you can also reach out to Rosemary Scrivens, our Economic Development Director. She can guide you in the right path. But it's all about building the economic development base here in town and improving the business relationship among each other and with the town. I mean, a big part of why we got involved is we wanted there to be really good relationships between town hall and the business community.
Right.
So if somebody wants to expand, somebody wants to grow, somebody needs our help to tie in with the state or any other economic. This is a partnership, not just the Southbridge Business Partnership, but also a partnership between the town and the organization as well.
Well, I also want to mention that you don't have to be a business owner. You can just be somebody who's interested in economic development, and we have partners who are.
You don't have to be a retailer. You can be a manufacturer if you want to.
The hospital auxiliary is a member.
Yep,
for
I
an
think
example.
the Southbridge Hotel and Business Center is a partner, right?
Yep.
I think they're a part of it. I don't know if some of the manufacturers have sort of joined on or not.
Sure.
I know that the
Hyde Tool and Manufacturing, Dexter Russell, sure.
You know what? It is great to see our business leaders all working together because we do. what Southbridge has an outstanding group of business people, both on the retail side and the manufacturing side. And with working together, we're hoping to have that continue to grow.
That's right.
So Pete, I want to thank you. I want to thank you on behalf of the town for your continued support of the town, for all the things you do outside of the business part of what you do, because I know you're a regular in raising money and doing all kinds of things, for your efforts in the Southbridge Business Partnership. And I want to encourage all of you to stop by Big Money, take a look at their prices, shop local. We want you to do business in Southbridge because that helps Southbridge. It creates jobs for young people, helps create jobs for a single mom that needs some support. It also helps in our tax base. It does a lot of things that benefit you. So once again, thank you for tuning in to Spotlight on Southbridge and shop here in Southbridge. Thank you. And thank you, Pete.
Thank you, Ron.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you.